how we spend our time is arguably the most important decisions you make on a daily basis, right? How I'm going to spend my time today. And then if there's a second decision, it's, well, who am I going to spend that time with? And who am I going to devote time to? Because that's the one thing we can't get more of. You can't go back and rewind the tape and try it all over again.
I just got done saying, like, I want to be a good person and, you know, a good human being and that type of stuff. But there's also an athletic personality to you that you have to have. And this probably correlates with, you know, a soldier out in the real world in combat. You're in competition. I mean, there's a winner and a loser. And that personality doesn't always have to match what your personality is maybe outside of that range.
One in particular, like, it's hard to tell your battalion commander, though the snakes were awesome, I wanted to leave the battalion because I wanted to deploy, right? Like, to me, that was, when you deploy, you send like your best forward. I know that's not always how it works, but like, because there's a deployment, you know, patch charts, what have you, but it was great being in Hawaii and I loved that. But it was difficult for me to go to you and be like, I was new to you, I was new to the Army. In my mind, if I'm you, I'm like, what does this young lieutenant know? And in my mind, I'm like, he should know what I need to do to get there. If I'm him, I want to keep the best on my team. And you didn't do that. And not saying that I was the best, but if I saw myself as the best and I'm working the hardest, then like, if I was in your shoes, I tried to see it from your perspective and I would have been like, who do you think you are, one? Like, why do you think you're ready to deploy? Why do you think you're ready to be with the best of the best? Why don't you think the mission here is relevant? Why don't you want to be on my team? And you were like, okay, let's do it. If that's what you want to do, let's get you there. And that was like, just meant everything to me.
I've been here for 12 years and there's an everyday message that takes place. And I don't always know the message. There's a few that have been run back year in and year out, obviously, because they're foundational in what they do. But he's tapped into so many different people to get the message across through visualization in their, you know, in our classroom and stuff and how we go about things that, you know, I really, it truly is him. I mean,
I would any day, this has come full circle, I've been on the astronaut selection board and I've seen the sausage get made and you're sorting through candidates that are the best people you could find in the country. And it doesn't come down to like who's got more degrees or whatever. I mean, it's going to come down to, are they a good fit? And that doesn't mean that they're necessarily the highest performer. If I had a job that I was hiring for to be on my
There's
staff,
actors and there's directors. If you're always doing what someone tells you to do, whether it's your parents or an outside voice or whatever, then you're really just an actor, which is fine. But actors just show up, do what they're supposed to do, and then they go home. Directors, they show up, they set everything up, they get it organized, they get it going, and they direct themselves. And they don't stop performing the task until it is done right, and they can't get it wrong.
What's the secret? And the reality is it's not really that big of a secret. If you do all the ordinary things consistently really well, then that's how you achieve greatness. It's not about doing the really big things and the really flashy things. Just do the little things all the time correctly. You'll realize at the end of the day is that you're just in a really good place. And I don't think that that's probably not special to flag football. I think that's probably true of anything. You don't have to be spectacular and flashy and think big. Just think small and do small things really well, better than everybody else, and then you're going to end up being better than everybody else.
There's no parameters on any race. Everyone's journey is different. And when you stop worrying about your own successes and celebrating other people's successes, your success goes to a whole other level. And that's such a hard thing for people to do. But it really is true. It really is. Like, it takes the focus off of your performance, everything you're doing, and you start to enjoy the journey so much more, regardless of what you're doing. You know, if you're out in combat and, you know, somebody takes care of something and you celebrate it, mission accomplished, it's almost like, yeah, you know that the team did it, but like, you feel so much greater even though you did what you were supposed to do. You're not even thinking about it anymore.
My grandma, I said this in my wedding vows too, she told me her dad, who had nothing past a 5th grade education, said, if one horse isn't pulling, the load isn't getting pulled. I hope, like, when people talk about me, it's like, she's just a team player. Like, you can rely on her in any setting to perform, to be trustworthy, to listen to you. That is what I want people to feel when they hear my name.
The level of competitiveness and accountability and kind of desire to continue to be great, not just from each individual player, but entire groups of people, like the captains, that then instill upon brand new players, just saying, hey, this is how we do things here. And there is an expectation that this is how you're going to handle kind of what this is going to happen. And yes, we don't want to be the one that breaks the streak. It has nothing to do with just rolling the balls out and winning games. It has everything to do with this is the process for how we do things. And that process is going to be what leads to victories.
As annoying as it may be, I think the right answer is you're not walking past the mistake. Whatever the mistake is, whatever you're constantly correcting and just saying, we're not going to lower this standard just because you didn't come in with the discipline that's required to be here, but you're going to get to the discipline that's required to be here.
And I think one of the things, and this is a necessary evil, one of the things that brings that out is war. You know, I'd be happy if I never deployed to war again, but that's why young people want to deploy, is because you get a sense of authentic love on a deployment, or, you know, on a training exercise where shared hardship is developed, and you can contemplate pain and mortality and fears with another person.
I wanted to win more than anything else. I wanted to show that I could turn it around for me and go contribute to a team. Not just a team, but the team, America's team.
I don't think anybody ever rises to the occasion. I don't think that exists. I think you always sink to the level of your training. So in moments of adversity, people don't step up. I don't think that exists. I think you always revert back to what you know.